This is KCYP 97.7 FMLP The City. This is DJ Destiny along with
Rockin' Rudy.
All right, this is this is RGV Rocks. I almost forgot the name of my show. I'm so sorry.
You go.
KCYP 97.7 FMLP The City. It's a nonprofit organization that promotes local artists such as myself and is the home of indie music. We are now accepting donations through our website, www.thecity977.com, as well as sponsorships to keep this radio station thriving. For more information on paying donations, sponsorships, or business advertisement, feel free to contact Joe Martinez at 956-789-0702 or by email at martinezjoe@hotmail.com. I will also be leaving donation links down below in the descriptions to all the videos, Instagram, Facebook, and also YouTube to Cine El Rey and as well as the City 97.7. Without further ado, I guess for people actually that don't know what RGV Rocks is, RGV Rocks is a radio show and now an online podcast dedicated to local talent, events, and all the wonderful people in the valley, such as you and I. Rock and Rudy, do you want to announce our special guest for today?
Most definitely. And I am proud to say that this is one of our upcoming talents, homegrown from the valley, right here backstage with us right now, the one and only Sage. Sage, how you doing out there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Rock and Rudy. I appreciate this opportunity. I was so surprised when I got a phone call from the 210 area code, San Antonio, the city of rock and roll, obviously. And I answered, and it just went from there, man. And you just offered me this opportunity. I appreciate being here on this podcast with y'all.
Yes, sir. 97.7 FM, the city, RGV Rocks. This is the segment where we do take care of nothing but the Valley talents. And you are one of the homegrown Valley talents there. So, Sage, let's get ready to start the show. Miss Destiny, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Let me put my webcam so you guys can see me a little bit better. I got you guys.
We got some technical difficulties, or
we're moving.
We're moving.
Am I still breaking up pretty bad? Because I know I was earlier.
Not really.
No, I'm better.
I mean, compared to like the last time. It's like
there you go. All right, here we go.
All right, Sage. So let's just start it off because I know you're from the Valley. What have you liked so far about the Valley? Because I know you also want to move up north and like continue your DJ experiences up north.
Well, what I like about the Valley is that I was born here in McAllen, Texas. Raised in McAllen, Texas, and whatnot. I over the years, it started, from the day I was born till now. I'm 22 years old. You see the city as just growing and growing and growing. We're almost, close to, being in the status of almost maybe San Antonio or Corpus or Houston or San Antonio, one of those major cities that are in Texas, because Texas is so big. I'm pretty sure the Valley's, getting more recognized. So that's what I like about it so far.
All right.
Good answer. Yeah. Well, it is. The Valley is growing and getting bigger and bigger. And by the time you know it, our venues are going to get bigger and bigger because they already are. We already got other places, like that new Bird Ogden Arena that opened up. And then, of course, what can we call the one in Hidalgo? They've changed the name on that one already like 2 or 3 times. So right now it's known as the State Farm Arena still. But hey, pretty soon I can see you out there DJing in front of thousands of people, millions of people, if you really think about it.
Well, hopefully, wait, hold up. Am I coming out blurry? Oh no.
There we go.
No,
there we
you're
go.
coming out good.
Yeah. Hopefully that would be awesome. That would be awesome. It's been kind of troublesome, finding gigs and whatnot. I just my only goal in life is really just to make people dance. I don't really care about money. I just want to get exposed in a way where I just want to do what I want to do. I've had this goal since I was 11 years old. And I've been studying the dance music industry since I was 11 years old as well. I was raised on rock and roll. I wanted to be a rock star. Ever since I heard Ozzy, I was like, I want to be like that guy when I grow up. But then I noticed, rock and roll kind of got soft and hippie, and it wasn't really heavy metal anymore. So I was I was just kind of like bummed out, and I was like, is this gonna be successful in the future if I try to pursue this? And I just thought, nah. And on one day I was on my way to San Antonio, and I was like 10 years old, and I was just bored. I asked my sister, "Hey, can I borrow your?" I don't know. It was like a little cheap MP3 player. It wasn't even an iPod. Um, and she had like it had a bunch of songs in there, and one of them came across. It was "Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites" from Skrillex, and when I first heard that, I was like, "What the fuck is this shit, dude? Like this
Oh,
shit's fucking badass." I was like,
hey,
"This shit's
Sage,
like."
Sage, don't cuss.
Oh no! Oh, sorry. Sorry. No,
Remember,
no, no
we're
cursing. No cursing.
yeah.
No
There you go.
cursing.
There you go. But the good thing
But
about it, we can edit that part.
yeah, we could edit
Okay,
that part.
back to DJ Skrillex. What were you saying?
Yeah, well, like the first time like I heard Skrillex, I was like, okay, this is like when I first heard him, I didn't even know how he looked like. I just heard him on the MP3 player, and then I went home and YouTubed him up or Googled him. When I first heard him, I didn't know how he looked like. I was just like wow. And then when I discovered like how he looked like and everything, like his gimmick, his image, and I'm like this guy just gave rock and roll a new attitude. Like this is this is the new thing. So that I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, cause like I want that electric feel that like heavy metal gave me when I wanted to do when I wanted to be in a band and whatnot. I was obsessed with Randy Rhoads. I wanted to be a guitarist. Uh, but just analyzing the statistics of like the music industry, like rock and roll and bands are kind of like fading away, and it's like what can I do to give that electric rock and roll feel? And so this is what I'm doing right now.
Let me ask you something. How was it when you first played in front of an audience? How was that feeling for you?
It was in a club in Austin, Texas. It was, and I went completely by myself. Like I have like, and I stayed in a hotel in a hotel room. The way I discovered this gig was because I was tired of being rejected in the Valley. So I was like, I just Googled Austin clubs, and I ended up DJing at the 512 in Austin on 6th Street on New Year's Eve. So and just playing for the first time, I played it safe. It was more of a hip hop, trap, rap, and hip hop club. So I didn't really get to express my electronic, my craft there. But nevertheless, I was so thankful for like finally popping my cherry, and like being in front of an audience, and people were dancing. I was playing Travis Scott, Playboy Cardi, all that stuff. And just to see the fact that I was making people move, like just like gives me this extreme high that cannot top. Like I don't know, just sing, like I don't know.
It was just a
Like
big old rush.
yeah, it was a rush, like seeing how like I can make people like do like have a good time. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
that's just my only goal, is to just make people dance. Like that's just it.
That's good. Well, that's good. That's a good thing to know. It's a good feeling because, like when you first get on stage and you're in front of people, of course, butterflies and everything come out. And then, like you said, you look at the crowd and the crowd starts swaying to your music and they start moving and dancing and then they're getting down to what you're doing. You're doing something right, right?
Yeah. This one girl came up to me. She was intoxicated a little bit while I was DJing, and like she spilled her drinks on my CDJs, and it stopped the whole music. And then like the club owner got mad at me and whatever, but like nevertheless, like it all went well. I turned them back on and everything. But like just to see like how I like like someone came next to me and like was vibing with me next to me, like how like people like standing next to
Yeah.
the DJ sometimes when he's DJing. that was the first, and that felt good. Like I didn't care that the club owner got mad, like music got cut off for a second, but it wasn't my fault. But I blamed it on myself. I didn't say, oh, someone spilled a drink on my stuff, but like it was all worth it.
Yep, yep. I understand what you're saying. It's happened before too many times. I've seen it done. I've even seen it done to where they bump into your speakers and knock it over and it pop all the
Yeah.
sparkles and everything. Right, Destiny? Remember
Yeah.
that? We've been through a lot, Destiny and I. I've known Destiny for the longest time ever. Even before she was born, I knew Destiny. Her mom is real good friends of mine. We're good friends, and we go way back. Woo! Do we go way back? Well, I can tell you the stories, but Mr. Sage here is not too far behind Destiny.
Oh, really? So how
That
old?
is very true.
I've known me and his dad went to high school together.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
His dad
Yes.
graduated a year before I did. And so I've known Sage way before he was even born too. So
That's
it's
very
just
true. And
it's
and
just too
and
funny.
and Rock and Rudy and I are Mackay Bulldogs too as well.
Hey.
Yeah, yeah. Well, your mom's. I think your mom. What school she graduated from? Des.
She's a
Oh,
bulldog.
yeah.
Oh,
Bulldog.
I thought you were talking to me.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, no, yeah, yeah, no, no, yeah. Because you see, I know your dad's a bulldog. I'm a bulldog, and her mom's a bulldog. So we got bulldogs right here, guys.
We're
So
all bulldogs.
we're all
And,
bulldog except for
and then
Destiny's.
my brother's also bulldog.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Her brother Derek, DDS Productions out there, guys. For any sounds, lights, equipment, music, and all you other DJs and stuff. Get a hold of DDS Productions. Wait a minute. Did we just plug in DDS? No
Yeah.
way. That's too funny. But hey, we can't forget about the Mix Masters. We all got to give it up to the Mix Masters. Bobby Macias and company.
Oh yeah. I wanna find that guy again. The guy that I bought my decks off of, because like how we figured out that you're mix masters, and I'm like, hold on a sec, like I have that on my decks, and you sent me the picture of your logo on your shirt. I'm like, that's the exact same logo on my decks, and I'm like, that's crazy how we connected that. So like I would want to meet that. What was his name? Bobby? You said
Bobby.
Bobby.
Yep.
That's crazy. Yeah, it was such a long time ago.
Now I think
Yeah.
about it, we should probably interview Bobby.
We have to. We haven't got him on the show
I
yet.
know.
I need to get. It's because Bobby's a very busy man. He's not.
Oh no, he cut off.
Ooh.
Yeah, but what's it called? What Rock and Rudy was saying, yeah, Bobby is a busy man. I mean, like my brothers worked with him, kind of a thing. And it's just he just has a lot of work on him. I know for a fact that he does so many events here in the valley. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
But going back to what I was gonna say, what's it called? Sage, how long have you been DJing, and how did you come up with like the name Sage? Because I know like Sage isn't your real name, but we're not gonna say it here on the studio. But
Yeah.
like, how'd you come up with it?
Well, when I was in middle school, like I said, when I first heard Skrillex, I was like 10 years old, or 11, I don't know. I I got this little red cheap plastic deck that you could connect to like a laptop and run it. Oh, he left. And you could run it on virtual DJ and just use it on virtual DJ, like because like every little kid used virtual DJ, whoever wanted to be a DJ when they started. But so I started like that, and me and a middle school friend, shout out to Johnny Woo, um another middle school friend, we both had the same taste, and we wanted to do a little duo like Knife Party or Daft Punk. So we became together as Reckless Noise, and so I was Reckless Noise for a bit, and we put a couple mixes on YouTube together, and then it just kind of faded away. I mean, we're still in touch though. Like I reunited with my middle school friend Johnny, like not even like a couple months ago, after like very long time. And so yeah, and then after Reckless Noise, I went from my real name, something else, and then I don't know. Then when I was in high school, that's when it really started. I really started to evolve with this whole like dance, image in my head, and I was like, okay, dubstep is cool and all, but it's I want to I want to craft my own style. I just don't want to, you know, do what everyone else is doing. And to be honest, dubstep was kind of getting kind of old to me, and like it kind of like, now that I realize that I'm older, it's kind of a little bit of trash. But so I after, I'm really into Skrillex's record label Alsla, but I my attention right now is mostly on Dead Mouse and his record label, which is called Mousetrap. And there's this artist named Io that recently passed away. I was so into his craft because I just went off the subject of your question.
Yeah.
But hold up.
You went on your own trip. I'm back. I'm back.
Well, the name Sage, I've always had it. I've always had it planned. I've always had the name Sage planned when. No. I didn't have the name planned. I had my logo planned since 2017. I don't know why. I was like, what could grab people's attention? Because in my opinion, people listen with their eyes before their ears. So I wanted a logo, a mascot that was, easy to catch and easy to look at, So I was thinking of a silhouette, like, like how every rock and roll band has a mascot, like Iron Maiden has Eddie and this and that. So I named mine the Spirit of Ecstasy, which it's a silhouette of a of a of a woman. But the meaning of the Spirit of Ecstasy, I can't really explain it. It's like so much. Like I can go on hours of why. Like she's pointing up for a reason, because she's in a state of ecstasy. So, and then the word sage. I don't. If you Google the word sage, it's like it has different definitions. It has that herb. It's an herb that you burn, and then on the second definition, it says a profound wise man or something like that. And I was like, that sounds cool. But what I really got it from was from Naruto. I got it from Naruto because Naruto is my favorite cartoon anime of all time. Like if it wasn't for Naruto, like I wouldn't like.
You wouldn't be called Sage.
No, he taught me a freaking anime cartoon character taught me not to give up on my dreams. So like I was like it just I was like sage, the Naruto and the word sage have it's not until like a very long time into the series to where that word is associated with Naruto, but I'm not doing it based off of just Naruto. I'm calling myself sage based off the definition that I found on Google. So I was like, and then on the other side, the word sage, it sounded like it could be anything you want it to be. It's limitless. Like the name's limitless. Like it could honestly be whatever you want it to be. It just sounded so simple, clean, and it went with the logo that my sister's an artist. She drew my logo, and I got it graphic designed on my computer. It just, the sage and the Spirit of Ecstasy, it to me, in my opinion, it felt like, okay, this is just gonna be good. Like not that I'm gonna be famous or anything, but like it's a good thing. Like it's a good eye attention seeker, or like just the logo itself.
Eye candy.
It's eye candy, yeah.
Exactly.
Eye candy.
That's what it is. I don't know if I got to finish if you got to finish or hearing my question to you earlier because my phone kind of went berserko again,
No, your
and
question
I was
wasn't even heard, Rudy.
okay. So basically, the question was when I was asking before all that happened was it's because they were trying to call me into the line. That's why. That's what happens for having it on the phone like this. But that's okay. We're live in the living color. Woo woo. Okay, so Sage, I was going to ask you was saying that if a young talent was to come up to you and ask you what it takes to become a good talent like yourself or a great talent, what kind of advice can you advise that person?
Honestly, just don't don't care about what people think. Don't be scared. Get out of your comfort zone. um I to me, like, I'm not even like, big enough or popular enough to even give advice to someone like that, because I myself need advice like that too right now, because I'm barely starting up. Like, I've been DJing since I was 12 years old. I got started into producing like 2 years ago, so I'm producing as well. So like, I'm not fully, I'm not gonna say, oh, I know all this, like I'm super good at this, like, I'm the best. I know this and I know that. Like, I myself need advice as well. But if coming from from someone like me that's barely started, and someone's asking for advice, which would be really weird because I'm the one that needs advice, but I would tell them that just wake up in the morning with the same mentality you had yesterday, and just keep on, just that's something hard to do, is waking up every day with the same mentality you had the day before, which is just, how do I keep on growing, what's my next step, what's my next move. Like, it just exposure, because like I said, I don't care about fame or money. I just want to make people dance. I don't care about being that, like, my goal is not to be in arenas. My goal is to be that underground guy you see at like a super underground club, or, like, that's small but like packed with people, like, I'm just
Like a rave party.
yeah, I'm just the rave dude. I'm the, like, I want to be like, I want to be cyberpunkish, I guess,
uh
if you would say. But
Cyberpunkish. That sounded good. I like that. Cyberpunkish. So if you ever
yeah.
decide to change your name from Sage, do it to that. Cyberpunkish on the stage.
I mean,
Woo! Like that. That'd be cool.
Rudy, it's already a game. It's like Cyberpunk 2077, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
yeah,
Oh no,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't really listen to that stuff, but I mean, or follow that.
No,
You know,
it's
should
like
I
a
say?
video game or something. I don't really play video games. The only video games I play are like the old games that I used to play as a kid, like Resident Evil or Devil May Cry.
Uh, those are good.
But that's it.
Hey, I'm still with the Mario Karts. I got my Nintendo 64. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I
All
don't
these
really
people
care
play
about
with
Call of Duty or nothing like that.
I got two joysticks. That's all I need, and my thumbs.
Oh no. Wait, but
This-
Sage, what's it called? What genre do you like see yourself playing, or do you play? Because I know, like, I'm
Uh,
getting the impression of EDM, but I'm not quite sure.
well, I got inspired by this artist named IO, who recently passed away, and I knew he was gonna be the next big thing. He was gonna be like, the next big thing, like the next Skrillex or the next Dead Mouse or like the next whatever you can think of. And he just passed away out of nowhere, and because he brought in this new craft, and I would call it acid techno. I call it, it's techno, but it's like acid techno, and it's just really, really aggressive, really really techno, like really and the reason I got into that, like I knew what he was doing, is because if you look back on like the old video games or the movies, or movies from the 90s, or like video games from the 90s, um that's what they had in the background. If you rewatch The Matrix, it's acid techno playing in the background, If you play Devil May Cry, it's acid techno in the background. If you play, Resident, I don't know, all these like old games, movies, and cartoons, it had it, but no one really noticed it. So it's like I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say,
With
but
like the synthesizers right in the back, or no?
yeah, it really it acid techno or industrial acid techno, it originates from Germany, I believe. And so that's what I'm trying to bring it here to America, because it's just so hard, and it's so electric, and it's so like you just want to either headbang to it or dance to it. See, with dubstep, you can only headbang. You can't dance to dubstep. Like this techno, acid techno, you could dance to it. You could like go crazy with it. You could like, uh, I don't know. It's more of like electro house, or just techno. And when I say acid techno, I don't mean like the drug LSD or whatever. And it's just called acid techno. You know what I mean? Because it's
I
like really,
understand.
it's like 150 BPM
Oh
beats per
wow.
minute, or it's like or 146 beats per minute. It's like really like but with other stuff in the background and whatnot.
So
So,
so
and
basically so basically we can just call it some damn good pounding music.
yes, it's authentic club music. It's real club music is what I would call it.
Hmm.
And uh so yeah, and after he passed away so suddenly, like I really admired the dude. And I don't know, I was like, something just told me like, to carry on his vision, his legacy, because like he was up and coming, and he just passed away like out of nowhere, like right when he was as soon as he was gonna be super big. And I was just like, I'm gonna continue his vision. I'm gonna continue his vision, like, because he had a vision. And that's something that I related to a lot, because I don't know, it's real club music, in my opinion, the crap I'm trying to talk about. So
Oh, you mentioned producing. So a little bit like a question about that actually, because you mentioned producing. Are you willing to like make what's it called, remixes, or like your own types of mixes, like Steve Aoki, and put them like on SoundCloud, Spotify, etc.?
yeah, I'm willing to do that. I have actually, like, I'll put a mix on SoundCloud, but and I'll put like an edit or a sample I did within the mix, but I just don't let them know. Like, I want them to like see it, because it's of course it's gonna be other people's music too, right? Because that's what DJs do. They DJ, other people's music and their own too. uh, and so like I put some of my stuff in there as well. I just never really published an actual track. It's
Mm.
just it's just been more, DJing. The producing is like very secretive to, like, my producing, is very secretive right now. It's like in like files and stuff like that. So that but like but I in a way to kind of expose it, I do put it in my mixes, but I just don't tell people like, hey, on 16 minutes, like, that's me right there, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you listen to like my mixes, you won't tell like who is who. Like I guess maybe I'm a little too I'm shy, I guess, about like releasing just a track first, because I'm still learning on the producing. So, and I've been investing a lot in equipment. So yeah, but right now it's like, uh I'm DJing right now, but I really want to get more into producing and finally produce a track out. Maybe get signed up to Ausla or Mousetrap. You know, that's my dream right there. Either being signed up to Skrillex's record label or Dead Mouse's record label. So
All right.
Wow, that's a pretty good following, should I say? Because that's
Oh no, and they cut off. Oh no, not again.
no, we'll let him come back.
But
It's good because he was doing it. He's doing it with his phone, so I understand. So it's
yeah.
totally fine.
Going off of like what's it called? Because you want to be up. Well, you are an upcoming DJ and things like that. What's it called?
It's hard. It's hard to say that when I don't even have my own manager. I don't really have friends. You
Well,
know,
this is the thing. You
it's
need
hard.
to like be your own manager
Of
when you
course,
do
of
that.
course, of course. Like, and it's real tough. Like, on almost every day, uh, I DM about 20 clubs, business Instagram pages. Like I DM clubs in McAllen, I DM clubs in San Antonio, I DM clubs in Austin, and sometimes I just get left on scene. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But I come in a respectful way when I DM those clubs, or I just Google events coming up in San Antonio or in Austin, and I look for the guy that's putting it all together, and I try to get that phone number and I call. I try my very best every day to look for just a place to play.
Mhm.
I just want a place to play instead of my garage or instead of my room. I just want to be in a club full of people.
I was gonna ask actually because of the pandemic. What's it called? How has that affected you as like a DJ and like getting gigs and things like that? Has it been like harder?
Oh, it's super hard because I had Sage, the project Sage, uh, you know, ready and set since 2017. Like I had the logo and the name ready since 2017, and I decided, I grew some balls, and on 2019, and then on 2019 or 2020, uh I announced myself as Sage, and I deleted my profile. Like I deleted everything. I started the Sage project. Like I started it. I put it out there for everyone to see. Like, so I started, and that was like before like the news started happening about this virus that was going around. At first I didn't take it seriously, because I thought it was like that Ebola phase.
Yeah.
But then, like, it got real serious. I'm like, oh, this is serious. Like I exposed myself on the internet at the worst time. Like I started the the I started to at the very wrong time to like expose myself and what I'm gonna do and what career I'm gonna pursue, because there wasn't everything was closed down. So I should have started Sage in 2017 when I had the logo and the name ready, instead of 2019 going into 2020, because that really messed me up. So um so like the clubs were closed down and everything, and then around New Year's, around December, I called Austin. I googled the club in Austin, and I got in there. But of course, I was wearing my mask. Everyone wears. I'm pro mask. I wear my mask when I DJ, and I hope everyone wears masks now if they want to party. If everyone wants to party and get back to normal, to whatever normal is to their definition, they have to wear a mask. And you have to get used to it, and DJs got to get used to it too as well. If I, I'm trying to save the EDM industry in a way, the dance music industry, because I have a sixth sense that it's falling apart right now. So I like I want to be a like that one that new one that like just I guess opens doors for people that want to do what I want to do. Like I want to at least get noticed or big to the point to where like people are gonna get inspired, and then like they like I could recruit people that DJs, like I want to recruit local DJs and make a team, and like, all right, this is our goal, like the next gen, like
Mhm.
because all these other DJs, now they're like what, like they're in their 30s or 40s, I don't know. But it's time for a next generation of the dance industry. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. That's my goal.
Well, I'm back again. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, great, great, great. Well, Sage, that was a pretty good comeback there. I like the way you said all that and everything. And yeah, it is the next generation coming up. But if you want to get better, you got to play more, of course. You
Mhm.
only get better by keep going and experiencing, all the technical difficulties, all the bad issues. But that's how the way we thrive and get through it.
Oh
You
yeah.
just got to keep moving forward, moving forward. As far as what you had said earlier when I had asked you about that advice giving to an upcoming artist, you already being out since, let's just say, 2020, because that's when you said you came out at the wrong time, like you said. But
Wrong
it
time.
wasn't the wrong time. It was actually the right time, because in 2020, that's when mainly a lot of people are more at home. And if you do put stuff out, I'll say, let's just say Mixcloud or whatever link you use to put your stuff out there, even if it's little snippets, you know what I mean? Not like the whole full song. Whatever little bit you put out, they're gonna listen to it, and if they like it, they're gonna be wanting more. It's like, how can I say it? Basically, you're a drug dealer. You are dealing this drug that people want, but you're being stingy with it because you want them to want it more, which
See,
is good. Which is
see,
good.
but yeah, it is good, but like I feel like if people were to see me in person,
It'd be like
like
completely different.
it'd be completely a different like vibe. Like they'll see exactly what I'm trying to do. They'll see exactly what I'm trying to do. Like I wanna another person that has inspired me. Like besides, like these are all my heroes that like made me who I am today. First of all, my dad for introduced me to rock and roll. Ozzy, Randy Rhoads, Skrillex, Dead Mouse, and and last but not least for Travis Scott. Travis Scott, he really put a rock and roll feel to the rap game. Like he would, you know what I mean? So like, in a way, I kind of want to I kind of want to have the business mentality of Travis Scott, because like his music is just so inspiring, and like it's awesome. Like no one sounds like him, and he's a businessman as well. And I don't know if you've ever noticed, but he's never been in any scandals or any beef. I don't know if like, because like the rap industry, there's a lot of like beef, like oh, like rappers start beef on social media for publicity. Like he's never had a scandal or beef or anything with no one, because he keeps his mouth shut and all he thinks about is business. And like
He's a business orientated person. That's what that is.
yeah,
It's strictly business. He doesn't go there to do anything else. Just go straight to what you got to do and go.
yeah, like
Uh-huh.
he doesn't he doesn't care about like no one's ever how do I say this? I don't know if you guys know the rap world, but like a lot of rappers like starting arguments or beef with like other rappers. Like
Oh no.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna name.
it's
I'm
called
not
picking on each other to get more publicity.
exactly.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Travis Scott has never done that. I've never seen him do that. I mean, do that stuff before.
You almost said
But
it, but you didn't say it.
Yeah, he almost said it, but didn't do it. Destiny, do we have anything else to ask Mr. Sage?
Yes. Actually, before we go, do you have any like what's it called? I guess like links to your things or like where people can contact you at, like an
Hey,
email?
social media.
Yeah, social media.
Yes, my Instagram, it's Celestial Sage, but with three L's with the Celestial. And then my link is right there to my SoundCloud and whatnot. I did have Apple Music at one point, like to use as a radio station, but
Mhm.
I'm not really using it anymore. So I got on Twitch, and even there on my Instagram, my Twitch is there. It's called Nocturnal Radio, but with the zero instead of an O at the end. Um,
So in other words, instead of it's nocturnal radio with the number 0 instead of the letter O.
yeah, at the very end,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, the number. Okay.
But yeah, my SoundCloud link is soundcloud.com/ let's go do something tonight.
Wow, that's
So
cool. Let's go do something tonight. Heck
yeah.
yeah. So let me ask you something. Do you see yourself in the future already out on stage playing in venues?
Uh, yes, I do, because
Good, good.
I'm not giving up just because of the inconvenience of my location. There's a certain taste that a lot of people like in music and where I live, and obviously what I'm trying to put out is super completely different than what anyone has ever heard. So that's really hard to like get people's interest, like get people interested in your vision or in what you play, because most clubs and most DJs and clubs downtown, they play it safe. uh they go by the guidelines, and they just play the stuff you would hear on the radio station or something. Or but me, it's all underground, so that's really hard to to get someone to like get your eyes and attention on, like for someone to believe in you or something like that, I guess. But it but nevertheless, like I said earlier before, during this podcast, wake up with the same mentality as you did the day before. Just don't give up. Like, you are who you are. I am who I am now. Like, I can't turn back. I've invested so much into this, my logo, you know, my my name. Like, I've thought about this for years. I've been studying the dance music industry since I was 11 years old. I've been through, phases of liking dubstep, and then not liking dubstep, and then going to house music, and then going, you know, all these phases. Like, I know dubstep, trance, house music, everything. I know every genre at this point. But right now, I think, look, like the new rock and roll is industrial techno is what I believe. Well, it's my in my opinion.
It's your craft. That's what it is.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and you're gonna get better at it, and a lot of people are gonna listen to it. You watch. It's
I,
happening already. You just got to make it happen more. It's
Yes.
yeah,
already happening. The wheels are in motion. She would say, it's already starting to crank. You know what I mean? Like, look, there it is. You see
yeah,
that? Look at that. Woo! So get
yeah.
ready. So,
I've gotten rejected like so many times, and
and that's part of life.
that's part of life. That's part
That's
of
part
life.
of life. That's part.
Yeah,
I've walked into venues where they say we don't need an MC, but I'm part of the gig. But we don't need an MC. We already got somebody who's going to do it, and I'll just sit there and hey, I'll just watch them do what they got to do because they didn't need me, but I still get paid for it. But that's okay. So hey,
yeah.
don't ever take rejection as a bad thing. Take it as a good thing.
Never,
You know
never.
why? Because those people rejected you, but then the next time you play at another club, oh, I want him. Well, you rejected me. You know what I mean? It's up to you if you want to go back to that venue, but I would just to prove to them again, I am what I am, and this is what I am, and this is what I do, and now you want me, and here you go. Here's a
Yeah.
little drug for you. Here's a little drug for you. You know what I
And
mean?
like, even getting rejected from people that are very well known, like, you know that are very, well known, like
Established.
is, yeah, established. That now that one, those rejections hurt the most, Yeah,
They do.
yeah, I got blocked from IO's manager because I tried to reach out to IO's manager after he passed away, and he blocked me through Twitter and Instagram. So, but if anything, there's no such thing as bad publicity, like as long as he's aware of my existence and my presence and what I'm trying to do, I do not care. That actually kind of, you know, it made me kind of powerful in a way. It's like, oh, he like, if he blocked me, like Twitter and Instagram, and he was the manager of someone that was signed up to Mousetrap, like I'm pretty sure it's getting other people talking that are in Mousetrap. Hopefully, uh, I don't know.
Well, once you get a little bit more famous, shall we say?
I
Because rich is not going to happen overnight,
I don't,
but
I don't want to
famous.
be famous. I
Well,
just
let's just let me put it to you this way, Sage. You're on 97.7 FM, the city RGV Rock segment. You're famous now because you're with us.
Yes,
You know
and
what
the
I mean?
and
Now,
the,
now
the
you're
thing is,
famous.
what's it called? I don't know if you know this, Rock and Rudy or Sage, but what's it called? A lot of people that go through the city end up getting famous over time, little by little, and you'll end up seeing a lot of like people and just like opportunities and things like that after like interviews. But it's not just like us as like a show; it's just the station. It's just happened.
oh really? Well,
Hmm.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
But yeah, just
it's so it's gonna happen. They're gonna say, "Oh my God, look, Sage is a Rocket Radio Destiny." Stuff like that. Oh my
yeah.
God, you're just never gonna hear the ending of it.
Well, yeah. One of my goals
They're
is
gonna
is
walk
to
up to you. They're gonna say, "Hey, I want to meet DJ Destiny, or I want to meet Rocket Rudy," and you're gonna tell them, "Well, I gotta call him first, make sure. I'll have
yeah
my people contact your people and stuff like that." It'll
yeah
happen.
yeah
And then
yeah.
I'll every now and then I run into some crazy people that say, "Hey, I need somebody who can play something strange and different than what these other DJs are doing." And then that's where I say, "Hey, well, I got Sage. Let me give him a call, see if he's willing to do a house party or something."
Yeah, absolutely. Like a house party, a real tiny club, all DJ at a bar mitzvah, at a quinceañera, I don't care, all DJ anywhere, man. Like I just want to play somewhere. I just want to jam out instead of jamming out in my garage or in my room.
We got you. We got you.
But my
All right.
the last place I was at Thirsty Monkey and Yerbria Cultura, and I was the last act on Yerb, but oh no, Yerb and this place called the Hop Shop in Harlingen. It was so
Mm-hmm.
bad, but
The Hop
like
Shop in Harlingen is a very well known little ghetto lounge, if you will, little club
yeah,
there.
it was more
That's
of
the
a
one right there
biker
on
bar.
77. Yeah, right there on 77. I've actually done MC in there and DJ there and stuff like that. So yeah, it's one of those little rough spots, but you know what? It's a well-known rough spot where a lot of people, oh, you were at the Hop Shop, oh, cool, and then there's another one called Raceway right down the street from it. So yeah, but like you said, Thirsty Monkey and Cultura, those people, Ben Peña and company, they're the owners of those places, are real good people too. They're the ones starting Suerte all over the place. They got Suerte 1, 2, and 3 now. And as
Yeah.
a matter of fact, one of our good friends, DJ Lucky J, he went to go perform at the new one in Mission, and Jeg was also a videographer, videotaped their shoot and everything like that. They're at the new Suerte in Mission, so we'll see. We get you in the circuit and see what's going
Uh,
on. You know what I mean? See what we can
what
do for you.
Yeah, I would appreciate that. What else was I gonna say, man? I totally
Oh yeah,
forgot.
shout outs before you leave because I know like the what's it called? We don't have that much time left on the interview.
Oh yeah, we got to get So you want to send us some shout outs to some people or anybody out there, Mr. Sage?
Yeah. Shout out to my dad. You know, if even though like we hardly talk, um, we both have our own lives right now. Shout out to Corey. The guy that got me at the 512. Corey in Austin. Um, he hired me to play at the 512 on 6th Street, and after that I went club hopping with him to a lot of different clubs he owned. He had like keys to like 5 different clubs, on 6th Street. So shout out to Corey for the opportunity in Austin. Shout out to JP for the opportunity in Austin. Uh, who else? I don't know. Skrillex, Dead Mouse. Yeah, I don't know. My mama. My
I was
mama.
about to say, you better say the shout out to your mama, buddy.
And my mama, of course. My mama. I love my mama so much.
Yes, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I want to send out a big old shout out to all you people that are here with us right now that are listening on the radio or watching us through our little small podcast, but we're watching. And also big old shout out to you, Sage. Thank you very much for being here today on this very special day. Big old shout out to DJ Destiny right there, taking care of control of my internet going in and out. But hey, we're here. We made it to the end, and we're about to keep going forward. My 2 beautiful ladies, of course, Drenna and Darling, my daughters. And the one and only, my grandson. Boy, he's a strapping, handsome young man. Look, he's good looking. He's just like grandpa. You wait and see. And a big old shout out to DDS Productions and the Mix Masters. Thank you very much for making it happen for me. And we love you guys, of course. Destiny.
All right. So without further ado, we are sponsored by the historic Cine El Rey Theater, dedicated to preserving the past for the future.
You always do that at the end.
That's such a good venue. I want that venue to open up again.
I know. Well,
pretty soon. Pretty soon.
It will soon.
Awesome. And who knows? Once it opens up, we might have you come over here and play for us.
That'd be awesome because I've been to a drag queen show at that venue, and the music they played is almost the music that I like and I produce and what I'm trying to do.
There you go.
So like the music they were dancing to, performing to, I was like, yo, this is my shit. I was like, this is my stuff. Like, I don't know. It just has that cyberpunk feel. And I'm not talking about the video game. I'm talking about like just the definition of a cyberpunk. Like it's the future. Like, we're like, to me right now, we're in the future. Like this is the future. Or maybe I was born in the wrong time, or maybe I'm from, I don't know. I should have been
born too early.
Or maybe I should have been born in 2099 or something, because that's like the music that I'm trying to go for. When I close my eyes and I think of my craft, I see, flying cars, 2-story cities, like I just see like a very advanced world like that we live in. I don't know. I want to just give people the feel that, we're in a different era now. Like, this is the future.
Yeah, we got to close it up already. So go ahead, Dan.
All right. If you'd like to check us out or learn more about what we do on the show, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Facebook and Instagram is just RGV Rocks, and Twitter is Rocks RGV. Thank you so much, Sage.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys. Rock and roll, guys. I hope you guys have a good day and God bless.
All right. I especially want to remind everyone, thank you for listening to our humble little show, and we'll be here next time on KCYP 97.7 FMLP, The City. See ya.
See ya.
Peace.